Hi, I'm Father Joseph Mary, and welcome back to A Simple Word, where we reflect on the gospel for the coming Sunday. In September of 1985, there was a celebration held at a New Orleans swimming pool. The party was being held in order to celebrate the first summer in memory without anyone drowning in any of the city's pools. And so in honor of the occasion, 200 people were gathered and over 100 certified lifeguards. As the party was breaking up and the 4 lifeguards on duty began to clear the pool, they found a fully dressed body in the deep end. They tried to revive the 31-year-old man, but it was too late. He had drowned in the most unexpected of places, surrounded by lifeguards celebrating their successful season. Last Sunday marked the beginning of Advent, and in the Gospel of Mark, we heard Jesus exhorting his followers to remain alert, to be on guard, and to watch for his coming. In Sunday's Gospel, we learn why. Our God is a God of surprises. He comes in ways the world doesn't expect. And this surprising nature of God is clear from the very first line of Mark's Gospel. He opens it like this: the beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. That's a phrase we're very comfortable with. But it's an incredible statement, because when Mark wrote it, he was writing to Greek-speaking people in Rome, people who didn't know about Jesus. And it's important that we hear the words the same way they did. The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Gospel comes from the Greek evangelium, which we often translate as good news. But it's more specific than this. Evangelion was the good news of a victory in battle. The term was used constantly in stories of the Roman emperors who were honored as gods. So Mark's gospel actually opens with the beginning of the victorious battle of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. But as Mark continues his gospel, he's going to redefine what victory looks like. Because Jesus isn't going to appear victorious at all. In fact, he's going to become the ultimate victim, rejected, condemned, crucified. This is not the victory anyone expected. Mark continues his opening line by saying that it's not just any victory, but the victory of the Christ. Christ is a Greek translation of the Hebrew word Mashiach. That means God's anointed one. In Jewish history, this title was used to refer to kings and prophets and to anointed priests. But it's also the mysterious name of a Savior whom God had promised to send to free his chosen people. So listen again, the beginning of the victorious battle of God's anointed, who is priest, prophet, and king. Again, as Mark continues his gospel, this opening line will appear to be contradicted again and again. This priest, this Jesus, has nothing to offer but himself. He'll become the sacrifice. This prophet, this Jesus who came to proclaim the good news of victory, is going to be rejected over and over again, even in his own hometown. Finally, this Jesus, who's a king, won't sit on a throne, he'll hang on a cross. He won't wear a crown of gold, but of thorns. Everything about victory seems a contradiction. Mark doesn't stop here. He takes this divine drama further. He calls Jesus the Son of God. What would the Roman people have understood by that term? They would think of one person, Caesar, the Roman emperor. Caesar didn't simply call himself emperor, but he told the people he was divine, a son of God. The statues erected in Rome called Caesar Soter Mundi, Savior of the world, and Divi Filius, the Son of God. And yet Mark's telling them, you got it wrong. The true Son of God is Jesus Christ. But he's not an emperor. He has no statues built in his honor. He has no army of Roman legions. He's a poor carpenter, a wandering preacher. Our God is a God full of surprises. And he's a God of the unexpected. God reveals himself in ways that we're not looking for and can seem to us like contradictions. No one thought the God of heaven and earth would be born in a stable. But our God doesn't change. He's still a God of surprises. And we have to be very careful not to limit the ways that we allow God to work in our life, that we listen to God, that we discern the will of God, because God speaks to us in unexpected ways. Sure, he speaks to us through prayer, through the reading of the scriptures, through the counsel of spiritual directors, but God's not limited by these. The God of surprises continues to surprise us and to come to us in ways we don't expect. A loved relative is paralyzed in a car accident. A trusted friend betrays us. Our husband or wife grows distant and cold. We flunk a class. We're diagnosed with a disease. We have to take medicine for depression. We can't stop asking why. Why have you let this happen to me? Why have you abandoned me? But this God of the unexpected never abandons us. In fact, it's here, it's in this suffering, in this painful event that seems to kill us, that we most fully encounter the living God, in the contradiction of the cross. It's in these moments when God feels furthest away that he's closest to us. The Christian writer C.S. Lewis once wrote that God whispers to us in our joys, he speaks to us in our conscience, and he shouts to us in our pain. Pain's God's megaphone to rouse a deaf world. And so in this special, beautiful time of Advent, as we prepare to greet the God of the unexpected, let's begin to look for him in the most unexpected of places. We carry something in our hearts, each one of us, something that weighs on us, something that scares us, that depresses us, something that can kill us inside. And it's here that Christ comes to meet us. In our prayer, let's take this cross to God and seek him in the mystery of suffering and love. And God just might surprise us. I'm Father Joseph Mary, and thanks for listening to A Simple Word. If you found this reflection helpful, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.